There's no easy way of doing this. Just have to bite the bullet now and get it done. Right then. Right, so I need to link into that. Right. Wall's coming out there. It's going into here. So let's get that linked up. Okay. So these guys are now pumping straight into here. So they should be doing. And that gas that comes this way doesn't need to come this way. Just be plumbed straight into that, can't it? From this gas supply. It's just nuts. Way too complex. I need to be careful here. Let's get rid of that. Don't want any more happy little accidents.
Somewhere. Not sure where though.
Okay, that's flowing straight into that tank there now. Cool. It's going to look so much better when this is done. It's just an absolute pain though. Right, this is not needed. You need some updates. Thanks, Windows. Apparently, I need some Windows updates.
Oh wow.
probably why I'm playing the game. That's the best time to tell me.
Well, of course. Don't you remember old Apple updates?
How could we forget?
Exactly.
Okay, 99.1. Now the water shouldn't be needed anymore. To plumb the light oil into that. Apple update 7:50 p.m. 7:50 p.m. every Sunday night trucking. It was just a thing. We'll leave the water, we'll leave that gas in there. Heavy oil on the other hand, that's an interesting one. Why is the heavy oil pumping out of this tank like that? Okay, that's fine. Supply in. So supply from the train comes in there, supply from the pumps comes into here. If you're in a game, it means you're at the computer and will definitely see the message, so it won't be wasted. Do you work at Microsoft, Captain Flint? That's probably the reasoning they had, like, yeah, it's the best time to do it when they're playing a game. I don't know if we need... There's heavy oil up there. See that lubricant thing. Okay, we need to get that, otherwise that's going to halt surely. Need to get lights all over here and heavy all over there. It's even better during presentations on our projectors so the update box doesn't get missed. Lol. Okay, heavy oil's going up into here. We really don't need this many tanks though. Let's come back. It's actually going down, isn't it? Even you're getting confused by this. It's a horrible design. I'm just trying to make it less rubbish. If I'm honest with you. Essentially, what's happening here? This is the main light oil tank, and this is the main heavy oil tank. So the refineries. Let me show it in simple terms, right? So the crude oil comes into this block here, and it comes here from these pump jacks, goes into that, and it also comes in, anything that comes on the train will dump into here as well. Although I've not seen a train in a long time. These refineries split it into three things: gas, light oil, and heavy oil. So they basically go into here. Out of the bottom here is the main bus, if you like. So the main bus just runs piping out of these tanks, runs it west, and then crosses the road and runs east. And all I've done is take a feed from this main bus and bring it up here and route it into these existing tanks. Just to get it into that system over there. And removed all of these refineries here. Now we have a crude oil shortage, which is interesting. We're full of gas, full of light oil and heavy oil, and don't have much crude oil. Are the trains bringing crude oil anymore, Jack? Because I don't... Oh, Jack's not here. Because I've not seen a train come in for a long time.
Me neither. So I'm not sure. I think maybe it's because we're not processing the oil fast enough.
Well, we're about to run out of crude, that's the thing. Hit the main tank, so...
What are you running out of?
Crude oil. I've not seen a train come in for ages.
It keeps going back and forth.
Okay.
I've set it so that it only takes on a smaller amount at the loading station, so that it's constantly delivering an amount. Must just be burning through it really quickly.
Yeah, I guess. How do I check? How do I check what it's doing?
What was doing?
The crude oil train.
You can see it on the map. It's the red dot, or the red long dot. At the moment, it's in oil 2 loading.
The red long dot.
Well, it's like it's a long red line in oil 2 loading with all those green dots on it.
Okay.
And it's currently loading.
All your pump jacks up in that area should have triple speed modules in them. You get 60% boost out of that.
Yeah, none of the original oil stuff got upgraded yet.
Oh, here comes the train.
I think that oil deposit and the other one that's northwest, they're both running low because they've been going for a long time now. We probably need to tap some new ones.
Wyland should change his name to Cyland 92. Why? Why are there like uranium ore chests on the road?
That's where the uranium used to get unloaded. I'm slowly taking it back down to the base.
Why don't you just make these into provided chests and then the bots will move them around?
I did that originally, but we didn't have as much bots then, and people complained that I was taking all the bots.
Actually, those boxes are not in range of the bots. Like they're literally sat outside, just outside the bot range.
Yeah, once I've finished moving the last of the sulfuric that's been sat here for ages, I'm moving it down south where there's a new deposit. Once I'm finished doing that, I'll come back and grab all of the uranium that's left there.
And before I get run over by a train. I'll help a little bit. Passive provided chest. So because they're now in logic bot range, logistic bot range, anything we have as a that request those, we'll get it. So wherever you want that uranium now should be able to get moved to as long as you request it.
Yep.
It's in bot range now and it's all on provided chests, so I don't know where you want it to go, just put your requested chest down and it should get there.
Will do.
Well, let's go and give these a boost. How the heck do you get into this thing? If you look at the crude oil train, is it currently filling up?
Should
Yeah,
be.
yeah, you get, I think the front one's filling.
Yeah, does them one carriage at a time.
I'm supposed to get into this. Oh, just run out. Look at that, 4.7 per second now they're making. 40% boost. If I run over here, I should get some replacement speed things. They do, Geo, indeed. Don't get a boost for free. Top. Pew pew. Cool. I've boosted all the pump jacks.
There you go.
Wow. That port's getting overloaded right now. These trains come flying in, don't they?
Yeah. Gotta be very careful. They don't even stop for each other at the moment.
I've not tried it yet. Star Ocean, what's it like? Any good? Oh man, headset. I think there's something wrong with the splitter.
You should have just had a massive offload of crude.
Has that fixed it? No. You need the level crossing barriers, Captain Flint. How do you get them? Oh, come on. Stupid thing. Train death. Yeah, Whiteland's already died twice to train death, I think. It's very good. No, I've not tried it yet. Might try it next week. That looks like it's pretty wrecked. The heck is that? What are they expecting to happen here then? Let's go with that. Not going to get much out of that, but it's better than nothing.
TNT is flying past me.
What's flying past you?
A whole lot of TNT.
That'll be Whiteland.
That's very worrying.
Well, it's not like he wants to blow things up. What's really worrying is we have no research going on.
Hi. I can fix that issue. That's what I've been needing to do for a while. I can see those on the map that Whiteland's firing.
Yeah, you see like the shell fire.
It's like a glowing ball.
Yeah, that's it.
It goes flying off towards an enemy base, then the enemy base just disappears from the map.
That basically it destroys the houses, and then all the insects just come running at us like that.
Yeah, but I've doubled up the lasers on most of the walls now, so they're not going to stand much of a chance.
You can put them on the back of trains and then just tell it to go around in a circle around your base, and it'll just fire at anything that spawns.
That's why there's a train track going all the way around our perimeter.
I've asked the question to Dovetail, we'll let you know the answer. What question?
Now that I finished moving that sulfuric acid, I'm going to repurpose it into a artillery train.
Right, lights all. Petroleum gas is full again. Seriously, man. Okay, let's go and have a look at the production of fuel cells. I think we're just going to need an army of these things. But the UK stream on Trends and World is in pipeline. UK Steam on Trends and World is in pipeline. What, as in, are they making something for the UK on Trends and World? Is that what you mean?
No, it shouldn't be broken anywhere.
Okay, it's nearly full. No, they shouldn't be broken anywhere, he said. It's raining bots. Oh, UK Steam trains, got you, got you. I thought you meant Steam as in Steam, like Valve Steam. The point of brick paving is you move a lot quicker, so if you notice how quickly you run here, when you go on the concrete, you see how much quicker you go? Your movement speed is just increased quite a bit. So it's worth having it around your base.
It was originally online, because I've seen the train go full and come back empty. Only about 5 minutes ago was the last one. Must have only just happened then.
Right, let's see if we can shift it now then. If you request solid fuel on your backpack, you'll definitely get it for your tank and stuff.
Awesome.
Alright.
We have a lot of it.
Let's try that.
I guess we've got a lot of it.
We have a fair amount.
I've requested 50. Is that okay?
Yeah, we've got thousands. God, we just can't move the gas. This is ridiculous. What boosts a solid fuel over coal for trains? I don't know what... Like, if it gives you more speed, I think it lasts longer than coal. Solid fuel is more dense. They just last longer. Paul, you can make trains and furnaces run more efficient on solid fuel. When you say efficient, what do you mean? Still making way too much gas.
Well, there's an idea. Swap out all of the furnaces that are being fed by coal. Swap that out so they're being fed by solid fuel. That'll start burning through it.
It will, for sure. In fact, I mean, if we just look for furnaces that are struggling with coal.
Yeah, because then we can send all the coal to coal liquefaction and produce more petroleum to go back into the solid fuel.
I think the coal liquefaction produces gas, doesn't it? I think it's the reason why we always have too much gas. Isn't that what Sammy pumped in?
Could be.
In fact, actually, I should probably look at turning that thing off. I don't know if he turned it off before he left. Solid fuel. Oh, solid fuel gives you 20% speed boost on your tank and train and stuff. So you can run the train off it.
Nice.
$1.1K. How could solid fuel make your acceleration better? That's insane. It's funny though. Wow, this port's in the wrong place. Where's Sammy's coal liquefaction thing? Let's see. Comes in here, doesn't it? This is it. This is it. I think it's turned off. No, it's turned on. That's why we have a surplus of gas. Am I planning on plating ETS2? What would you like me to plate it with? I love typos.
So what is the ammo that artillery takes?
I presume it's shells.
Oh, I see it, artillery shells. Yeah, it needs explosives and explosive cannon shells. Explosives and plastic and steel.
To the south.
It takes radar to
Do you
make
need
it.
more radars? You're right. Let me just solve this problem first. I have no idea what was that all about though.
The train's definitely faster now as well.
Rob Jensen, thank you for the host. I finally
That's
found it.
200k in the train already.
Here it is.
It's still accelerating.
Why, you put solid fuel in it?
Yeah.
It's going quicker now.
Yeah, well, I got to 200. I think it was at 210 by the time I had to start braking. Westmall needs bringing inside the Robo Sphere of Influence. Some turrets and wall are damaged.
What recipe is this then? Steam, heavy oil, and coal. What on earth? Rob Jensen and Rubku, how you doing, guys? Thank you for the host. Cuzzy, I missed your resub, Cuzzy.
Welcome back.
13 months, oh look, a purple button's mystically appeared. Thanks for 13 months of awesome entertainment, Paul. Best streamer by far, love the content. Thank you, Cuzzy. I don't get what's going on at this thing. Where's the oil coming from? The oil's coming out of this thing. This thing's taking heavy oil. Where's it getting the heavy oil from? It's getting the heavy oil... No, the heavy oil goes in there. Please don't tell me this thing is nicking heavy oil from... So somebody set this up and and he's gone, so I don't know what he's doing. Your brother's getting mad at you for using your Twitch Prime sub. Ask him who pays the bill, Matty. When he pays for one, he can do what he likes with it. Just like you do. Makes oil from coal.
Oh, yeah.
This is an input line of heavy oil, isn't it? I don't get why the input line is heavy oil and the output line is heavy oil. I don't get that. I am following the pipes back and thinking, Matty, but the input line and the output line are the same, so I'm slightly confused about the heavy oil situation. Man's 2034, Paul, this game is like New Skylines to me. I really enjoy watching, but would never be able to play myself. PS, your community is one of the best out there. Thank you, Mans. No, I'm playing with Captain Jack, Whiteland, Snugs. Sommy just disappeared because he didn't feel very well. So this
on the track, Snugs?
Takes coal and heavy oil and produces...
Yeah, I'm not getting run over by trading it.
Wait. So it takes 50 heavy oil and makes 35 heavy oil? It does, so it consumes heavy oil. The heavy oil circles around, you need to add coal to keep it going. Okay, how do I turn this thing off then? Ultimately, it's chucking gas back into the grid, that's what it's doing. Right, what I'm going to do... God, it's engine again. I want to be able to turn the whole thing on and off. Yeah, I want to turn it off because it's producing gas and filling up the tanks, the main tanks, and the whole array down there doesn't work properly if the gas is too full. So what I want to do is put pump after this thing so that it stops pumping out under a certain condition. And that condition is going to be if there's too much gas back there. The delivery is not coming through, mans. What, on screen you mean? I read it, mans. Did it not come through on screen? I don't know, mans. I can't confirm if it came through or not. Yeah, we can cut the power. That's a crude way of doing it, but I want something a little bit more sophisticated. Let me go and grab an engine unit. Did man's delivery come through on screen, guys? My god, it's such a long way across the base.
After a high-speed run, I got up to 265 kmh.
Wow.
In the train.
Scumbag keeps nicking the engine.
And that's with 2 artillery guns as trailers.
It did come through. There we go. I think you just missed it then. Right, so... I just know that at some point, somebody's going to break these cables. Would I ever consider doing sub-games of Factorio?
Make an artillery targeting remote, which allows you to fire artillery manually from the map or the world.
Blimey.
Sounds like fun.
Does sound like fun. I don't know how well it would work. Like, I don't know how well it would work on as a sub-game. How many people can you get in a room before it just becomes chaos? Okay, so we now have a signal coming into this thing, which shows us how much oil and gas and stuff we have downstream. So now we just need to take our little pump, wherever it went to. This little guy. Drop him in like... maybe. That probably won't reach from there, will it? If you put it there like that. That's what your game admin's for, Muttley. Yeah, but like Muttley, why are you in here anyway, Muttley? Why are you not in here? Let's say you've got like 40 people in a game. There's going to need some serious coordination to make that work. Right, so now we connect this circuit to this. And we say to the pump, you can pump gas. If the gas is less than, let's say, 10,000. So if we have less than 10,000 gas down there, this thing will supplement it. So that won't need to fire for a while. You had dinner, guess, fair enough. Well, you can jump in if you want, Muttley. Jump in and have a go. Look at MMOs, even coordination, they don't work as intended half the time. Have a Google form and choose 20 people who can join and keep the others for a group after, and then some more for another group afterwards. You see, the people who join, Matty, are going to want to progress that, not play for like 2 hours and then go, right, I'm done now. Because 2 hours of Factorio's that. That's my only concern. I think Motley might be jumping in.
Yeah, I was going to originally, and then he remembered that he had some people coming over. So he is free now.
So this thing is going to fill up these tanks, which is fine. But this pump is not going to activate unless there's more than 10 grand of gas downstream. This doesn't appear to be doing very much. Our red and green circuits aren't going anywhere. Wait, what the heck? Whoops, somebody made a massive... Oh no, hang on a minute. Wait a minute, that's coming off there. Let me know if Muttley appears in Discord, I'll drag him down.
Yep, keeping an eye out now.